Next, I'll illustrate using the partial products method for multiplying multi-digit numbers and show you how this reveals how the common method for multiplying, how that method works. So let's start with the common method, and we'll use the example of 13 times 24. So we typically start by looking at the ones digit of the second number. So first of all, we do 4 times 13. So 4 times 3 comes to 12. So we usually write the 2 there and then the 1 up here to represent 12. And then we've got 4 times 1 comes to 4, plus the 1 that we just wrote down at the top comes to 5. And then we do 2 times 13, but of course it's not 2 times 13, it's actually 20 times 13. So we take account of that by writing 0 here, and then 2 times 3 is 6, and then 2 times 1 is 2. And then the last step is to add those two numbers together, and we come up with the final answer, 312. So that's a common method, and it should be a method that you're familiar with, but it is a little mysterious how it works. So let's go through the same calculation using the partial products method to see if that reveals what's happening. So we'll start at the same place, and we'll do 4 times 3, but this time we'll write it down like this, which is a little clearer than the way we wrote it down before. Next, we'll do 4 times 10. Okay, and I'm going to write down here explicitly what we're doing. So we're doing 4 times 110, and that comes to 40. And then next, we'll do 20, which is 2 tens, times 3. So 20 times 3 is 60. And then the last piece, we'll do 20 times 10. And we'll write 20 as 2 tens, and 10 as 110. And 20 times 10 is 200. And then final step, we'll add those 4 numbers together, and we'll get the same thing as we did before, because we're essentially doing the same thing. So what I like about this is it breaks things down into the 4 partial products that you're actually calculating explicitly. And you're doing the same thing over here, but it's kind of hidden because you've only written 2 numbers down here instead of 4. And where do those 2 numbers come from? Well, you can see that the 52 is coming from 2 places. It's coming from here and from here, because it's 12 coming from 4 times 3 plus 40 coming from 4 times 10. And similarly, the 260 is coming from 2 places. Okay, it's coming from 20 times 3, which is 60, and 20 times 10, which is 200. Okay, so I like this because it illustrates a little more clearly exactly why the common method works. So we'll continue in part 3 with multiplying decimals.